But Johnny, let's move on into our last topic. And got you guys.
Yep.
Gotcha. You thought there were only 3 topics. There's 4 topics.
4.
We got a special topic on YouTube, actually. This is going to be the first topic of the week, actually.
Yeah,
on YouTube.
I hope so.
Last topic for the rest of the podcast, the first one on YouTube. And basically what we are doing is we're getting in on the March Madness fun here at the Rick and Johnny podcast with our own.
Gotta get me in there somehow, right?
It's not March Madness for us. It's Nerd Madness for us. Hashtag RNJ, hashtag Nerd Madness, or hashtag RNJ Nerd Madness. That works too.
However you want to put it.
However you want to put it, just let us know what you guys decided for that hashtag. But here's what Johnny and I did.
Yes.
We came up with a bracket. So there's 4 different regions of the bracket. We came up with 1 through 16 for each bracket. So here are the categories we picked from. Superheroes. Then we did movies. And then cartoons.
Cartoons and gaming.
And gaming. Those are the 4 regions. Superheroes, movies, cartoons, gaming. And these are characters. All of these are characters from the individual genres.
Yes. We picked 16 from each.
Mm-hmm.
We actually put them in a generator so they were randomized.
And that's the one thing people I know are going to be a little bit, also with the microphone, make sure it's in front of your face a little bit so I can hear you. This is one thing that people might have a stink about, but in the end, it's not going to matter, so don't really harp on it. Like, one of the ones is like, oh, how is he a 12 seed? He should be a top 5 seed in this. Don't worry about it. We randomly generated it. Because here's what Johnny and I are going to do. We're going to reveal the bracket in a minute, but
yes,
this is all an arching thing, is for the nerds out there who might not want to watch basketball or don't like basketball or just don't like sports in general, we're going to have a March Madness, a Nerd Madness, like I said, tourney bracket of ourselves.
Yes.
Bracket will be down below in the description. What I want you guys to do, either save it as a PDF, because I'm not exactly sure what form it's going to be like in the description. I got to still work that out in my head and make it form. If it's a PDF, you can save it as a PDF after editing it, or you can print it out and edit it yourself and just take an iPhone picture with it. What you want to do is send your brackets to mostvaluablepodcasts@gmail.com. All we need is your bracket and your name. First and last name. By Thursday.
Okay, by Thursday.
By Thursday at 12 a.m. That'll be our cutoff. So you've got Monday, you've got Tuesday, you've got all of Wednesday. Thursday at 12 a.m. will be the cutoff. If your email is sent anything after 12 a.m., it will not count. And here's what we're going to do. How we're going to pick them. You're going to have to wait. So here's the thing I'm going to tell you. It's a surprise. Fill out a bracket. Fill out what you think, who you think would win, who's going to be in your Final Four, who's your national championship, who wins the Nerd Madness Championship. Next week on
the top nerd character.
Next week on the Rick and Johnny podcast, we will have our, by that time, pretty much set up with how we're going to pick these all the way through, because we have a very unique thing, but I don't want to tell you guys yet. I want to keep that as a surprise for next week. So Johnny, let's reveal the bracket.
Okay.
I'm going to let you do the honors for YouTube. I'm going to try to work my magic and get it to show up as you are talking, but take us through the matchups for the superhero region.
So we're starting superhero region. We have Spider-Man versus Spawn. Sorry.
You gotta get that microphone.
It's like I'm trying to balance them where it is.
It's a tricky situation,
Yes, man. I can't see past the arm. Okay, Spider-Man versus Spawn. The Tick versus Wonder Woman. And as I'm saying it like the Tick voice. Superman versus Batman. Yeah, we got Batman v Superman again.
That's a 5-12 matchup.
That's a 5-12. Wolverine versus Iron Man. Hulk versus Hellboy. Captain America versus Storm. The Flash versus Blade. And Daredevil versus Thor.
Here's the one thing for the next region. Here's one thing I thought of for our audio listeners.
Yes.
Say the seeding as well.
Okay, I'm sorry.
So 5 Superman versus 12 Batman.
Okay.
So we'll do that going forward. But was that the entire superhero region?
That's the entire superhero region.
How about what's the region right below it?
Right below it is gaming.
The gaming region. Go ahead.
So gaming, we have Sonic at 1 with Ryu at 16. Link at Link at 8 versus Snake at 9. Samus at 5 versus Tracer at 12.
Ooh, that's a big one.
Yeah, that's going to be.
You got the little
interesting.
the female action there. The Samus versus Tracer.
Mech.
Who would win that fight if it was actual fight? Because we're not going off of a fight like Death Battle style.
Yeah,
I think Tracer would win. I think Tracer would win.
If we're talking about Death Battle style, I think it's Tracer mostly because of the time skipping.
True. Keep going though.
Okay, so that's a 5-12. Pac-Man 4, Pikachu 13.
Okay, yellow on yellow.
Yep, that sounded weird. Now this is a twofer. Banjo and Kazooie, because you have to have them as a team, is a 6 versus Raiden at 11.
Okay,
that's an interesting fight.
Which world are we setting it in though?
That's the question.
And we're not picking these off of who would win the battle. This is just who you prefer over and who would be
who you
your
prefer over who. However you want to do it. If you want to do it as a death battle, do it as a death battle.
Yeah, however you want to pick it. Go ahead.
Okay, so we have a Lara Croft at 3 with Crash Bandicoot at 14.
Okay, Sony action.
Yep. Okay, now Master Chief 7 versus Mario at 10.
Nintendo Xbox battle. Yeah. Microsoft versus Nintendo.
Yeah, and then finally Donkey Kong at 2 with Spyro at 15.
Oh, Sony going with the Spyro. I love Spyro. They're remastering those.
They are. I saw that.
They are remastering those. How about the movies region?
Now we're getting in. I want to point this out. We're getting in something you haven't heard now.
What?
I've seen this whole thing. I put the list together. Yeah. You haven't seen the matchups.
I have not seen the matchups for
So now you get to see Ricky's reaction to these new matchups.
Because Johnny was telling me these, and I'm like, no. I don't want my reaction spoiled. These seedings, these pairs, I forgot I haven't heard these.
Yes.
So these will be the first time I hear the
now
movie
you're seeing Ricky's.
Ricky.
You're seeing.
Do you love me, Rick?
Yes, sir.
We don't have any. Too bad we didn't have a TV one. We
next year we'll make sure the TV one's in
and
there.
And most of these are superhero hero.
They're all
characters.
They should be the heroes.
The good
from
characters.
The movies. The good guys.
Take me through the movie region.
Okay, movies. So we have a 1 with Luke Skywalker. 16 with Woody.
Ooh. Oh, that's a weird matchup. Okay.
We have it. Next one is 8 of Harry Potter. 8 of Harry Potter versus 9 Dorothy from Wizard of Oz.
Okay, that's a good one too. I like that one.
Magic Slippers versus Harry Potter.
All right. Wingardium Leviosa.
Yeah. A 5 E.T. versus 12 Winnie the Pooh.
Oh, Winnie the Pooh wins hands down, man. Sorry, E.T., you can phone home.
Here's an interesting one coming up right here. 4 for Gandalf, 13 Godzilla.
Ooh, you shall not pass, man. He's already had this battle.
On the Balrog. Now he's got to take on the giant lizard, the nuclear lizard.
I like that one.
Nuclear. Number 6, Bilbo Baggins, and 11 Iron Giant.
I would have loved if, this is a spoiler alert, Frodo is in here. I would have loved if they matched up
v. Bilbo?
Frodo versus Bilbo.
I almost feel like we should have done that on purpose.
We should have done that on purpose, but Iron Giant's a good one for Bilbo to go up against.
Okay, next one. It's a 3 for Frodo Baggins.
Okay.
14 Han Solo.
Oh,
Han shot first.
Frodo got the raw end of the stick on that one. Like, is there anyone that's going to pick Frodo over Han Solo?
I don't think so. Okay, now here's the next one. 7 Maximus from Gladiator. 10 Frankenstein's monster.
Oh, that's an interesting one.
That is an interesting battle.
That is I like how you were like, when I said Frankenstein's monster, you're like, really? And I was like, he's misunderstood. He's misunderstood.
I'm glad we put
Johnny.
it in there, though. I am now glad we put it in there. Okay. And the last one, I'm surprised you don't realize who it is already.
Okay.
2 King Kong.
Okay.
15 Buzz Lightyear.
Oh, jeez. King Kong and Buzz Lightyear. Oh, that's a hard one. I might lean Buzz, but I don't know if I might stick with that one.
Yeah.
How about the cartoons, our final region?
Cartoons. So we have a 1 for Scooby-Doo.
Scooby-Doo.
16 Charlie Brown.
Scooby-Doo, Scooby-Doo.
I mean, there is the pup named Scooby-Doo. There's
that's what I'm
Scooby-Doo.
singing. That's what I'm singing.
That's why I said
there's a ghost.
Okay. We have 8 Kim Possible. 9 Homer Simpson.
Boop, 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 doop. Boop, 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 doop.
Okay, 5 Teenage Mutant Ninja Turtles. At a 12, Rocky and Bullwinkle.
Oh, you're playing with my childhood there, Johnny.
Yeah,
I don't like it.
Now we're screwing things.
Like, Teenage Mutant Ninja Turtles will probably win because I loved them, but I also love the Rocky and Bullwinkle show.
Moose and Squirrel. We have 4 Underdog and 13 Tom and Jerry.
Oh, Tom and Jerry wins hands down in my mind. For me, Tom and Jerry hands down.
I might go with you on that. Well, we'll see though.
Underdog.
So 6, this next one is 6 Rick and Morty versus 11 Johnny Quest.
Oh, Johnny Quest.
I think I'll go with Rick and Morty.
Johnny Quest, man. That was the one where when we were putting the bracket together, like what teams are in the 16, I was glad that you were like, let's get rid, like that you weren't like, hey, let's get rid of Johnny Quest, because I would have told you, no, he's staying.
No,
he is
I was
staying.
It was hard.
Johnny Quest.
I'm going to point out, this was hard to figure out who
Basically,
to take
there
out.
would be no Venture Bros without Johnny Quest.
That's very true. Okay, next one is 3 Bugs Bunny versus 14 Yogi Bear.
Ooh, that's a good one.
Hanna-Barbera via Looney Tunes.
The Warner Brothers.
Yeah. Next one, 7 Fred Flintstone versus 10 Goku.
Ooh. I don't know. Goku's the one that's like left on his own out here because he's technically not a cartoon. He's anime, but we still allowed him in.
Yeah, we let him in because we wanted to represent a little bit of anime in there.
Yeah.
And I mean, childhood for us.
And we weren't going to go with like full-on anime.
And the final one, 2 Ren and Stimpy versus 15 Pink Panther.
Oh, Ren and Stimpy, hands down.
So that's our bracket right there.
That is the bracket. I am interested to see what everyone else, like who people
vote for,
pick to go through, because my final 4, I'm gonna definitely go through this one tonight and kind of pick out my bracket.
Picking this.
Tweet out my bracket, let you guys know.
I'll be back on my Twitter and do that.
We'll tweet those out. Well, let's do this.
Yeah,
we'll come up with ours. We're not going to tweet ours out until Thursday.
No, yeah, that's true.
So until
we will
after the 12 deadline, that's when we'll tweet them out that morning. And then it's going to be fun. We know how we're going to pick these. Like I said, we're keeping it a secret for a week because I want to surprise you guys. I want to surprise you guys. And the most important thing is, if you do enter the Nerd Madness Challenge for the Rick and Johnny podcast, the winner at the end of it will win a call-in spot. So you see the $10 tier on Patreon. You're like, you know what? I would love to call in, but I just can't swing the $10. You win this tournament, you get to call in. You get to call in on a podcast for April. You get to be like our patrons for a month and call in. Go ahead, check that bracket. It is down below in the description. Want to thank you guys for watching and listening to the Rick and Johnny podcast. Housekeeping here at the end. Number 1, if you want to support us, check us out on Patreon, patreon.com/Most Valuable Podcast. You can catch all of our stuff on mostvaluablepodcast.com each and every day. Make sure to get yourself an MVP gear. Get yourself that t-shirt down below in our store link in the description. And last but not least, if you're on iTunes, Apple Podcasts, if you're on iTunes, please give the Rick and Johnny podcast that 5-star rating. As Johnny looked for the 5,
I grabbed the 3
for it, and we don't want a 3-star.
We want a 5.
We would love a 5-star on iTunes. It would really help us out. Want to thank you guys for watching on YouTube. Want to thank you guys for listening to us on podcast services around the world. Thank you as always. But as always, have a good day, everybody.